slumber too. Their presence fills the air with dew. Yet in the chaos, light may spark, even in the depths of the deepest dark. Creatures lurking in the dark unseen, silent whispers pierce me in between. Some will haunt and some will guide, on land, in air, and oceans wide.
Sorry, I almost had that latest bite down before it started. Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of Bizarre and Unknown. I'm your host, E.D. Chesterman. Man, I've got an interesting subject today, and it's Ozark Howler. And before we dive into it, I'm kind of curious who all in here knows about the Ozark Howler or knows about reports of Ozark Howlers near them, or have you had one? I'm kind of curious on all that. And this is a creature that's pretty well known in my parts. I get a drink of my cucumber lemon water. I've been drinking that for a couple days. Just know about it. I already heard about it. Hey, Richard. You've heard about it? Yeah. Just know about it. You guys don't? Yeah, and that's an interesting thing. So, who here lives in Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas region? Hey, Kevin. Almost got my pork steak ate before the show started. No, I'll eat it later. I need to make some homemade French fries to go with it, anyways. But if any of you guys live in those areas I've said, the Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma, or Texas area, Richard, you're in Oklahoma City. Well, you are in the territory of the Ozark Howler. Those Ozark Howler is called the Ozark Howler for a reason. It's something that's spotted here in the Ozarks. So I do Southwest Missouri, all close to me. Yeah, I knew you lived in the area, Roxanne. This thing is, I have heard of some really strange howls at night, and I can't tell you if it's the howler. Can't tell if it ain't. I know that there's been sightings very close all around me. There is sightings around the Palmy, Palm de Tar. We call it up here the Palmy. There's sightings around Table Rock Lake, Stockton, and all that stuff. Oh, Ron, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate that. It didn't pop my little thing down here. It's weird. I've been kind of toying with it, and I was kind of working on my voice thing, trying to get my voice tuned in that's a little bit better. Trying to get that done, but I just ran out of time. I didn't have a lot of time to work on it today. I've been running busy since I got off of Williams show this morning. But so some of the first reports of the Ozark Howler comes out of Arkansas. You've heard, yeah. They've been known to be in that area. They definitely have, Roxanne. one of the most recent one for me was a couple months ago. Probably not even 20 miles as a crow flies west of me. I mean, they're hey Michael or Michelle, uh, they are definitely all in this area. If I hear that at night, I might be the howler. Well, yeah, well, I don't howl. I used to howl at night. I try not to do it as much as I used to. But we're going to get into. That's another one, Richard. Absolutely, that's another one. Oh man. So let's get into a little bit of the history of the Ozark Howler. The origins of the Ozark Howler legend is not clear, but some sources suggest that it may have Native American roots. According to one story, the Howler was a spirit animal that protected the land from invaders. Another story claims that the Howler was a curse placed on the region by a witch who was burnt at the stake by European settlers. Now that's the one that I know of. I mean, and I've heard of roots of it being yep. Uh, I have heard roots of it being a Native American lure, but when I was growing up learning about it, it was actually the witch that was burnt at the stake. And that was my introduction into those Ozark Howler. And then as I got older, I started learning more and more stuff about it. Some believe that the howler is a manifestation of the fears and hardships that early pioneers faced in the wilderness. Now, to a degree, I can kind of see that, like William and I has been talking about, and we've stated this many a times on my show, Jessica's show, his show. I mean, on other shows, evil entities will take a shape of something that you fear. Now, the interesting thing was, and I believe I have it in my notes, but Daniel Boone has been known to uh, unalive a Ozark Howler. I mean, this is how far back this stuff goes. The first recorded sightings of the Ozark Howler dated back in 19. Nope, that's actually wrong. Uh, I've got the wrong thing. 1950, but many families have stories of their ancestors encountering the creature well before that time. The legend gained more popularity in the 1990s when a cryptozoologist named Chad Arment published a book called Cryptozoology Science and Suspicion, which included a chapter on the Ozark Howler. Arment claimed that he had collected dozens of eyewitness accounts of physical evidence of the creature's existence. He also speculated that the howler might be a new species or uh, uh, flid or canid, or a hybrid of both. Uh, in 2015, the legend received more attention when the local television station in Arkansas reported that they had received photographs of the creature from the viewer. I've seen those photographs. Definitely not. That's a coon with mange, is what it is. So that's interesting. The most common description of an Ozark howler is like a cross between a goat, a bear, and a mountain lion. Hey, Don. Uh, it has very much of a bearish look to it with horns, but also has a lot of cougar attributes to it as well. It's it's an interesting creature, but it has the red eyes, and that's what draws my interest to it with red eyes, which we all know. I've talked about it multiple times. The red eye, not the red eye shine, the red eyes. Some say dog, some say cat, as big as a grizzly. Yes, but the most common depiction is bear, mountain lion combination with horns. Yeah. If you hear the howler in Louisiana, it wouldn't mean anything because the party Cajuns do that when they drink beer. Yeah, I don't know of any reports down in the Louisiana area. Uh, it's all pretty much Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Texas is where I know the reports come out of. Not saying there isn't any, I just don't know of any offhand. Have people reported it with horns like some have? Yes. The most common depiction of them is curled horns, kind of where they curl around a little bit or curl back a little. Some say it does have, actual horns, and then the others they kind of curl back a little bit, kind of lay flat. Yeah, yeah, it's a one hell of a deal. But and Don is right. I mean, there is some people that say it has canine attributes to it. Um, just the most common is the what I've seen on reports. The most common is what I was talking about. Um, yeah, it's not something to mess with. It's really not something to mess with. This thing is it's pure pure evil. It really is. uh, in 2015, the legend received more attention when a local television station in Arkansas reported that they had received photographs of the creature from a viewer. The station contacted the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, who dismissed the photos as a hoax. However, some people still believe the photos were genuine and they showed proof of the howler's reality. And like I said, I've seen that photo, but hey, Katie, I mean, I've done enough coon hunting, and that thing to me looked like a straight up coon without fur. That's exactly what that photo looked like to me. But there's also been photos that they've come from areas. Hey, David, that look like dogs without fur. And I've even seen some where they claimed a black bear without fur was an Ozark Howler. The Ozark Howlers typically described as have being the size of a bear with a thick body, shaggy legs, or stocky legs, black shaggy hair, and predominant horns. Some witnesses report. Oh yeah, we was talking about that earlier. I forgot. I already had that in there. And it's they're the interesting thing about their howl, which makes this, and this is very. It's not exactly what I've heard, but it's very similar to what I've heard in this area, Pineville, Table Rock Lake. And I'm wanting to say one other area. I can't remember. I know those areas are the few times that I've heard some really really weird howls at night, and that's like a different. It's like a mixture of a elk bugle and a howl at the same time. Uh, and I don't know. It's hard. There is a video, and I had to play it once, and I don't have it no more, and I didn't even think about pulling it up. Well, you know what? I might have it. Hold on a second. I might still have it. The howl that you hear in this video is very close to what I myself have heard. And let's see, I think it's on my external. Let's go there first. See where I got this at. I didn't think about. I forgot all about this. That's what I get for rushing around when I'm been busy all day trying to play catch up. Okay, it's not there. Let's look in show material. There. Ozark Mountains. So it's not that one. So let's go back out here. Let me put in and the search deal Howler. That'd be the quickest way to look at it. I'm pretty sure that's what I got it under. I think that's what I have it under. Oh, that didn't pop up. Okay. So I may not have it. I know I have it. I just don't remember where I have it. Is this it? Let me open this up and see if this is it. This might be it. But if I can pull it up real quick, it is very, very, very close to. It's not exactly what I've heard, but it's probably the closest description I can get to what I've heard. And they're claiming it is an Ozark Howler. They really are claiming it's an Ozark Howler. Let's see if this one's it. Nope, never mind. Nope. I know exactly what that is. That is what I caught out here during that Bigfoot stuff. Okay. Let me type in Ozark. Maybe that's under that word. Oh, found it. Let me see if I can load this up in here. And if I can load it, then it'll be easier if I can play it on there. So let me do that. Okay, there. It's going to be Ozark. It's going to be in the O's. Oops, I can scroll way down here. Come on, baby. Do the twist. And this was captured in 2017. I'll have to get your guys' comments in a second because if I leave this download, um, then it will kick the download down. So get this set up because I'm going to have to shut my speakers off to play this so it doesn't double tap. But it's a really cool capture. Now I'm not going to sit there and tell you that this is it. It's a really cool capture, and it was captured April 12th, 2017. We're at 28%. And now I don't think I've ever had an Ozark Howler. Not the I've not seen anything that's commonly described. The closest thing to it I've seen is the black dog. That is the closest that I've seen when it comes to anything related to Ozark Howlerish. So I won't claim to have ever seen one. And if I did see one, I didn't know because, well, I just didn't know it was there. So technically, I didn't see it. Uh, but there's too many reports. I mean, and we've been having reports for a long time. And like I was saying earlier, Daniel Boone was said to have unalived one and had it stuffed. And then after his passing, the the Ozark Howler that he had mysteriously disappeared, which gives me concern because we know certain entities like to take stuff. Was it happening back then? I can't definitively say, but I wouldn't put it past them. But what I'd say probably most likely happened is it got passed down through the family line, and eventually it may have wound up in a place that things go to disappear. Um, that is a very, very good chance of that happening. It's at 99, 93%. Okay. All right. Let me get you caught up on your chats, and then we'll play that real quick so I don't want to miss anybody's um, here. Yeah, Streamlabs is my little helper buddy. Not a whole lot, Candy. That's why I'm here. Yeah, they say about him. Now, on that one, Don, I don't think so. And I could be wrong. I don't recall ever hearing him do that, but he may have, and I just not heard it. So I can't really say he did, and I can't really say he didn't. From what I know, he didn't. But I do know about the Ozark Howler one. Let me get over here to the videos, and we'll play this one real quick. So, did, did you was you guys able to hear that one? It's kind of off in the distance. It even set the dogs out. Now that the only thing really different between what I heard and that one was the one I heard had more of an elk bugle to it than what that did. But the bass part of that howl that I heard, that was very, very, very close. Um, I don't know. I mean, I really can't tell you if that is or not. Because I mean they don't have no actual photographic evidence of it. No kidding, heifer. Oh wow. Yeah, that is true. That is true, Don. And that's why I say allegedly, supposedly he did. Um, but I mean, stories about him doing that's been around for a while. Yeah, it was very deep. Yeah. Now a lot of times when like dealing with dogmen or coyotes, that is very close to very very close to what I've heard with them. But that weird one that I had, no, it wasn't a coyote. That weird one I had was very close to that on the base, but with just a hint more. Of the best way I can describe it is elk bugle ish. Oh, there's riots going on. Yeah, I don't ever pay attention to that stuff. But I thought that was cool. You know, once again, I mean, it could be a dog man. It could be a werewolf. Um, I'm not so convinced that it's an actual wolf because those howls were very, very long, and very deep. Usually, like when I hear wolf howls, I get wolf howls out here often. Um, hey, Firewater. Oh, it's so good to see you, sweetheart. How you been? Um, Usually the type of wolf howls I get out here because we have red wolves, we have gray wolves, and stuff like that. They they're a lot more higher pitched than what that was. And that's probably the best way I can describe that to you. Um, oh, did I miss Ike coming in? Oh, hey, Ike. Oh, I didn't even realize that was you saying it. Watching Riot. Sorry, I need inter. Yeah, I just man, I, I've been too busy. I've been trying to work on my motorcycle today. Come to find out, I'm going to need a lot more work to it than I realized. Um, yeah, it's just I've been busy. And then get home doing laundry, and then the drain tube came out of my out of the deal for my washer, and my laundry room and kitchen's flooded. So yeah, it's been fun. Yeah, it was hot today here. It was hot today here. Um, it sounded kind of lonely to me. Not that I want one as a friend. Yeah, I mean, yes, yes, that is a very good description. Very good description of it, Firewater. Yes. Oh man, keep yourself safe, Dawn. I know we're supposed to get hit here somewhere around 8 o'clock at night. Yeah, keep yourself safe, bro. Uh, get back to my notes here. Okay. There have been many reported sightings of the Ozark Howler over the years, mostly from hunters, hikers, campers, and residents who live near the woods. Some of these sightings are more credible than others, but they all share a common elements. Here are some of the examples of notable sightings. Um, is it? Yeah. You get man, be safe, heifer. Yeah, I'm gonna be worried about you and Dawn tonight. It got toasty here. It got toasty here. I was working on my lawnmower too, and I don't know what the hell happened, but my freaking air filter disintegrated. So I'm gonna have to tear all that apart because that's probably the reason why I'm not getting oxygen. Is some of it probably fell down into there, and that's why it's not firing. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna get an air filter. I'm gonna do the air filter, and might as well replace the fuel filter. So I still can't mow. Hey, Monisha. In October October of 2014, a motorist in Benton County, Arkansas, reported that he nearly collided with an unidentified animal on Pump Station Road in Springdale. He described it as a bear-sized gray, fast-running animal with horns. In December of 2015, a viewer sent photos to 4029 News in Arkansas, claiming that they showed images of the Ozark Howler near Devil's Den State Park. The photos showed a dark animal with horns and red eyes hiding behind some trees. January, or excuse me, in June of 2016, a group of friends camping near Lake Tequila in Oklahoma claimed that they heard loud howls and saw glowing eyes in the dark. They also found large paw prints and scratch marks on their car. Um, that's one thing I don't need. I got enough problems with my vehicles. I don't need them scratching them up too. Oh, did I miss something here? Yeah, yeah. That's a bad thing. Like with all the rain we've had here, and that sun comes out, that humidity just skyrockets through the roof. In August of 2017, a couple hiking near Branson in Missouri said that they saw a large black animal with horns crossing the road. They said that it looked like a cross between a bear and a goat. In October of 2018, a hunter in Texas reported that he shot and killed an animal that he believed was an Ozark Howler near Big Thicket National Preserve. He said that it had black fur, horns, fangs, and red eyes. He took photos of his trophy and sent them into the local newspaper. So you're seeing a very common report amongst these things, and I can tell you most heard plenty of reports, which I can't seem to find them right now. Um, yeah, um, that I'm trying to think how to say this without getting me in trouble. There's been people who's disappeared in these areas that eventually, when they found the remains, the best description that they can give was like a grizzly bear had gotten a hold of them. And if anybody knows anything, well, as far as well, I mean, any of these states, I don't even think Arkansas has them anymore. Although there is reports of them starting to come uh, entering back into North Missouri, but is grizzly bears. We don't have grizzly bears in Missouri no more. We did when I moved down here 33 years ago. The old timers around here would say that they still see grizzly bears. I can tell you, I've spent most of my life in these woods because I grew up. I'm from St. Joe, Missouri, but I mean, I've spent most of my portion of my life down here. And even when I lived in St. Joe, I was down here going to the lake or my grandparents' house. And I've never seen a grizz. I've never seen a grizz here. I've seen black bear, and black bear don't attack people here unless you mess with their cubs or corner them. That's about it. Um, description sounds like my first and second husband. It's similar. That's great. Um, guys, you guys are a hoot. Yeah, Roxanne is the female version of Northwood. But um, there has been several reports of what when they did actually find. Hey, Robin, um, a small portion of remains, or what was left, or well, let me say what was left of remains, or actual remains. They said it was like like a grizz had gotten hold of it. I mean, it was just the wounds sustained was massive, bigger than anything we know that's in our woods. So I kind of think that's probably howlerish related. I don't know. I mean, I can't tell you for sure, but it's a very good candidate for what happened to them guys. Um, most of them have been hunters. Some of them have been hikers, canoers, and campers. These are the different types of people doing different activities that has disappeared, and and what was found, that was a very common description of them. So I don't know, man. It's just definitely not something worth messing with. I mean, yeah, I mean, I love going out in these woods, and I can tell you now, I might have a brown pounce moment if I run into a howler. Oh, I bet that was beautiful though. Joanne said it was so misty on the two mountains and on the road last night. The moonlight lit it up. Mist starting to roll in again. Oh man, just I can just picture that now. The moonlight rolling, illuminating the mist. Man, that'd be beautiful as hell. Uh, Now this is going to be your. This is a double-edged sword. This could describe what some people have seen, yes, but this is what mainstream's going to tell you is what people are actually seeing. A new species or subspecies, field or felid or canine. Some cryptozoologists suggest the Ozark Howler might be related to big cats like cougars or lynx, or to wolves or coyotes. They argue that these animals could have adapted to their environment and developed horns or other features over time. Riddle me this, ladies and gentlemen. Who in this chat has ever seen a wolf, cougar, a coyote with horns? And I've seen my share of them. And I can tell you, I personally have not. Hey, Jeff, there are scratches and there are howlers, and then there are both. Yeah, I like to howl too, but I don't sound like a howler. I mean, I just somebody. Hey, Tim. Yeah, to me, that's probably one of the most acidine descriptions of a misidentification that they're trying to say. There is no wolves, there is no cougars, and there is no coyotes that are running around with horns. Interesting. You seen a giant hare? Man, I wonder how the jerky would taste on that thing. Ooh, that's cool. Where at, Tim? I don't want to pop that up, Kevin, but yeah, me too. I'm trying not to. I love to howl at the full moon. I've had to learn that it's not a good idea to do it. No, I'll sit there and howl at my dogs all the time, and they'll get to going, "Oh, attack Eddie." That's usually what it leads to. Funny, I've seen a dog man, but not any of those, and I'm sure they don't have horns. They tell us anything because we have believed these things. Tell us, yeah, I know. Oh man, yeah. I wish I'd known who it was that came up with that because I don't like being this way. But that was probably either the most ridiculous or one of the most ridiculous excuses I've ever heard. I thought you still had horns. Hey, Lakeside. Uh, a hybrid animal. Some people propose that the Ozark Howler might be a result of crossbreeding between different animals like bears, goats, or dogs and cats. They point out that hybrids can sometimes inherit traits from both parents and exhibit unusual characteristics. I need. Oh, hold on. I've got the perfect. I forgot I had this. Where's you at? Where are you at? Dogs and cats cannot breed together, ladies and gentlemen. Bears and goats cannot breed together, ladies and gentlemen. Neither one of those species, genetically, physically, or even mentally, could breed to create a hybrid like that. Unless something happened in biology that I don't know about in the last 20 years. Yup. Because if I ever did, yup. At my age accuser. Kevin. Oh my god, I should have read that before I popped it up. So I don't know. Do you, out of these two excuses, are you guys seriously thinking this is two viable excuses for what people are seeing as an Ozark Howler? I forgot about that one actually. A known animal with mutations or deformities. Some skeptics claim the Ozark Howler might be nothing more than an ordinary animal with genetic defects or injuries that make it look different from other normal species. They cited examples of the animals with horns and antlers growing from their heads or bodies due to tumors or infections. That one there is one of them that I could say yes, that is a possibility. That is definitely. I have seen weird mutations like that in mainly in like deer or goat or cow, but I cannot say it's not passable. And the other one, not possible, just very unlikely. But I have to give them credit on that one. That one there would absolutely be a valuable possibility. Uh, oops. Oh, I gotta see what Roxanne. I miss what Roxanne said. Kevin the Cougar can outrun. You never know. Kevin might be a little frisky. I can move just a little bit quicker. Just saying. Uh, you guys are you guys are hilarious tonight, man. Hoax or prank? Some critics assert the Ozark Howler might be simply a fabrication or joke by people who want to create publicity or scare others. They accuse the eyewitnesses of lying or being mistaken by what they saw or heard. They also accuse photographers of using Photoshop or other editing tools. In some cases, I can agree with that. But, but, these things have been cited a hell of a lot longer than we've had access to the internet. Therefore, I don't. In some cases, yes, absolutely, that is what going on. Not every single case. Damn cougar, hear me roar. Wow. Oh, I know I'm friskier. You can imagine even though I am. Uh, yeah. Today on the Bizarre and the Unknown, we're opening up the secrets into Firewater and Roxanne. Are they human? Are they pretending to be human? Are they faster or stronger than they pretend to be? Let's find out as we dive into the Cougars, called Roxanne and Firewater. You guys are all awesome. Oh, and Heifer. A folklore creature. I'm sorry, man. A folklore creature. Some scholars suggest that Ozark Howler might be just a legend or a myth that has been passed down for generations by oral tradition. They compare it to other legendary creatures like Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster that have culture significance, but no scientific evidence. I beg to differ. There is plenty of evidence. Tim is on the board. Oh, yes, Jeff, we do. Yes. I used to be a cougar, but now I'm just Def Leopard. Oh, love, love. You're more, you're more chipper tonight than normal. What you, man? I just had, well, not a complete one because like this thing took up my whole plate, but that's all I got left. Now it's just I've been slam packed today, David. I just been busier than a hiccup, so it's been kind of nice. I ain't been stuck behind the computer doing stuff. The chat is going to be made tonight on the Bizarre and Unknown's dating site. Do you like cougars? Just do cougars like you? Let's find out, ladies and gentlemen. So, being deaf makes it easier to sneak upon. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Tanya, I agree. You guys are. I'm getting freaking teared in the eyes right now because you guys are making me laugh pretty good. Oh, big time. Yes. Meow. Oh, wait, wait, wait. Hold on, hold on. Is she declawed? Oh my god. My gut hurts. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is great. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to be professional here. You are not helping. Oh crap, I hit my mic. Oh man. But yeah, yeah. Uh oh, shit. Oh man. I was trying I thought I had more notes than that, man. I must not have collected as much notes as I thought I did. Hey, Pyro. Amen to that one. Yeah. The military don't have use for us old salt dogs. Oh my gosh. Thought I had some more reports on here. Oops. I'm thin-skinned these days. Oh my gosh. Did somebody else come in? Did I miss? Uh, nope. Oh, it was supposed to be. It's supposed to be Ozark Howlers, Virginia or David, but it's now turned into a cougar dating site tonight on the Bizarre and the Unknown. Uh, I was thinking that, but I couldn't find that, Dawn. I was thinking it was Roosevelt, I thought, who saw a howler, but I can't remember. But I'm wanting to say that's who it was. I believe it was President Roosevelt who had seen a howler, but don't quote me on it. I couldn't find it. You stepped into something, Pyro. You might want to be careful. The cougars are on the hunt. Yep, the cougars. It was the topic. You got them out. Yeah. Or to the hoo hoo. Oh my gosh. Freaking tearing up again. Yeah. I was talking about that earlier, Jeff. Yeah. Davy Crockett was known to unalived one and mounted it. Yeah. Yes, he was. Absolutely. Yep. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking that, Pyro. I just didn't want to say it because, and in my defense, I just got home just a little bit ago. I've been working. I've been down at the clubhouse working on my motorcycle. We had our monthly church meeting, getting ready for our fundraiser coming up on July 12th, and our national rally coming up the 14th through the 20th. So I got a busy week ahead. I got one busy week coming up in July. So I got home, was able to get a little bit of work done, but I wasn't able to find everything that I needed for my notes. I think it was Teddy Roosevelt who saw it, and when he began his presidency, set the land aside. I believe that is absolutely one of the things that Teddy Roosevelt saw. Absolutely, Heifer. I don't think it's the only one. I think he was setting them aside for several other things that he's seen when he's been out running around. I don't, and that's the thing. I was talking about that earlier, Joanne. It wouldn't surprise me after it probably got passed around through the families, and at some point in time, a certain agency that's very well known for making things disappear probably got their hands on it. That would be my guess, but I absolutely could be 100% wrong on that. Oh, yeah, probably. It's because of all the cougar action in here, David. Oh man. Oh, yes, yes. Cryptids. Tech. No, no, because they've been married for a long time. So yes, cougars. I had to fact check myself. So, um, he did. Teddy Roosevelt has spent. He was he was in Oak Island looking for the buried treasure out there. He was a soldier fighting overseas. He was a naturalist, and the list goes on what that what that man has done. No comment here or so. Oh, hold on. I got one just for that. Hold on. Wait, no, I think I got a better one. There we go. Use that one. Now you got me thinking of coming up with a shirt. I'm a cougar. Hear me roar. Meow. You guys are going to get me in trouble. I'm trying to behave. I'm trying not to be me as I have a professional appearances. I won't say this very often, but I'll say this one time. There's a reason why my road name is Giggity, and I'll just leave it at that. My younger days, what a blast. Make it a ginger. Oh, speaking of which, oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot to tell you guys this. I am trying to get money saved up for a purchase that I can sell merchandise a lot cheaper than I can now. I wouldn't be able to do everything. Some things I still have to use fourth wall for, but if everything plays out right and the connections I got, I'll be able to make hats. Now I won't do hats on that. I want a different deal for the hats, but like shirts, tumblers, and stuff like that. Because I am looking at getting a vinyl press. So if I can do that, that means I can cut the cost down on the merchandise, and I can collect more because I don't collect crap from merchandise because I'm trying to keep it as low as possible. Um, get you all there. No worries, Lakeside. So I am in the process of trying to do that. Catamount. Oh, yeah, 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 definitely. Yeah, I definitely, yeah. I have been kicking that around, Tanya. I actually have. I'm going to have to. I need to start making notes of this stuff, or have somebody make notes of this stuff like this. And yeah, yeah. I mean, that's. I get a lot of good ideas from the chat, but it's going to cost me $185 for this press. Um, and I can get the vinyls, the good vinyls, like what this one here is, where it's actually in the fabric and not some sheet. I don't like that. Like my other shirts is got the sheet, and I don't like it. This is gonna They're gonna be vinyls like this, where it's pressed in, and I'm just gonna start making my own shirts. Yes, 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 Kevin. I can't remember if this is a 5-in-1 or a 7-in-1, but I should be able to do. I could do hats if I wanted to. I'm just not a fan of that stuff on hats. If I can ever become rich and famous, I'm going to get a laser engraver and start doing the leather, uh, tan leather deals to sew on hats and stuff. But I've been looking into that, and if I get it, I've reached out to one person already to help him in the same manner, and I'm going to be reaching out to somebody else very soon because I forgot. So, which I feel like a but about that, so I got to reach out to him. But if I can, then I'll just start making merch for them guys too to help them out. Yeah, it's getting dark out here too. Carl, I do wear kilts. And let's say, how do I put this? I wear them traditionally. So, loincloth, that's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. Huh, I'll have to look into that, Carl. Yeah, yeah. I bet the laser graded. So I'm looking at. I mean, you're looking at 700, way up past that. So I mean, that would be. I need to hit the jackpot or get a hell of a tax return where I ain't spending it on trying to pay stuff off. Oh, that's cool, Jeff. Oh, cool. That would definitely get me into a lot of trouble, Firewater. That will get that's why I have to be professional, Eric, when I'm on here, and not me, Eric, when I'm not being professional. I will get in trouble. Eh, we can do both. But no, all jokes aside, I'll be so there's several things I could put this print on. And with my connection, local connection with the with the prints, I can get them a hell of a lot cheaper. Um, I can't figure it out. I don't know. I need to look. I don't know if I can make stickers. I was thinking about that today. With that press, I don't know if I can make stickers, but if I can, then I'm gonna go that route as well. But basically, I can get the materials fairly cheap. I just got to get the machine. And the connection I'm have, his business does this stuff for a living. So he's the one. I have a Wallace clan color one Tanya and a black one. And FYI, if you ever wear a kilt riding a motorcycle, don't ask me how I know this, but make sure you tuck that thing right. People will know. But yeah, I have a black kilt and a Wallace clan kilt, and I love wearing my kilts. Hey, Larry, because on the Scottish side of me, we hail from the Wallace clan. So the very first kilt I bought, which I ordered mine from Scotland. There's a store in Scotland called Scottish. I think it's called Scottish Kilts, if I remember correctly. I haven't ordered one in 6 years. I mean, they've lasted me so long. Um, that's where I usually order mine from. Yeah, do me a favor, Jeff, and send me a message on Messenger, and let me look into that because I've been wanting to get some sticker products for everybody. I am definitely interested. Yeah. Yep. That was one hell of a rally. There you go. There you go. It wasn't so much about me protecting the goods. It was, let's just say, different type of breezy riding. Yeah. 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 And it was on a bet. That was a bet that I won. I had betted a good brother. In fact, the one that gave me my road name. We had this bet that the first person, or that we had to build a bet that none of us would have the cojones to wear a kilt riding a motorcycle through town. So we were on our way up to a rally, and we stopped into Stockton. And outside this gas station at Stockton, which I have pictures somewhere, they have like a wooden Bigfoot there. So I stopped in there, went in the bathroom, and it just quit raining. It rained on us pretty much the whole uh, traditional Roxanne, the whole way up to Stockton before it quit. So I was like, "Hey man, I'm going to run in, and use the bathroom real quick." And I grabbed my bag off my bike because I had it strapped to my bike, and I went in there and changed into my kilt and came out. And he goes, "Ah, crap!" I was like, "Yeah, you just lost." But in a way, I lost too because yeah, I didn't tuck it right. Yeah, I appreciate it. Just let me know on Messenger, Jeff, because I've been trying to find reasonable price stickers so I can get some made for everybody. It's there is people who does them or so, but it's just so cheaper to get them online anymore, and that's why it. Honestly, it's killed the business that way. Yeah, Clan Stewart. Oh, yeah. I would have to go back and get it out of my dresser. I have both of them in my dresser. Now the black one, I'm wanting to get different patches for, and I'm going to sew it on because it's pretty much my rally kilt. But I love wearing it around here too. Did it? I've been curious about. I love bagpipes. No, I love wearing my kilt, especially in the summertime. Man, you put that kilt on, I know why women wear sundresses now. Not that I've ever complained before. I know why. Because in the summertime, when you wear that kilt traditionally, you drop about 20 degrees. It is amazing. And I haven't played golf in a while. I need to get out there and play some golf. It's been, man, this will be the second year I haven't played any golf. But I will be wearing a kilt playing golf one day because, well, it's me and I want to do it. Oh yes, yes, 100%. I love. There's a. Oh my God. What is her name? I love watching her play the bagpipe. Snake Charmer. If you get a chance when you're on YouTube later on, look up the Snake Charmer. My God, that girl nails the bagpipes. She cute as hell too, but my gosh, that that chick can play the pipes, man. She is good. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I was basically my good brother, like I said earlier, the one that gave me my road name. We were partaking of broccoli one day, and we're always making bets to each other. Yeah. And it started out that he told me that I didn't have the cojones to wear a minion outfit riding my bike around Marshfield. So me, myself, and I commenced to don I call him my nephew, it's his son, but I call him my nephew's minion costume, and I rode all over Marshfield on my bike in a minion costume. That is true. You're absolutely right, Don. You're absolutely right, but I have done it. I am Henry Beaveridge, first Baron Tugo is my great uncle. Oh wow, that's cool. Hey Tricia. So later on that night, when there may have been more partaking of broccoli, um, the bet came in that neither one of us had the cojones to wear a kilt through town. Well, I didn't have my kilt on me at the time, so I couldn't win that bet right off the bat. So when we were riding to the rally, and after it quit raining, because I didn't want to put it on during that rain, because well, if anybody rides motorcycle and you ever rode in the rain, that crap hurts. So when it stopped, we was at Stockton, and that's when I ran in and changed, and he just shook his head. He goes, "Yep, I lost." I was like, "Yes, you did." I watched the Scottish pipe competitions. Makes my first end. Oh man, I've never seen that. That's one thing I miss about the core is when we were doing our humps. The last 2 miles for a hump, they would bring in a bagpipe band, and they would play bagpipes when we're finishing up our last 2 miles of the hump. And for you non-Marines, a hump is a march. In the Marines, we call it a hump. We usually did a bare minimum of 10 miles. We did break the Marine Corps McCree by, which is a 25-mile Cree. We did break the record on that when we did it. Um, but that's what, when I say hump, we're talking about a march. I have no clue what those are. I need to look that up. I can't because of my job. I had to give it up July of 2017 because I was like, do I want a retirement or a paycheck, or do I want to partake? Oh wow. Yeah, yeah, we derailed just a wee bit. But yeah, funny little story into your author and research investigator YouTuber buddy. That is me in a nutshell when I'm not professional. But yeah, I like to have a good time, and even doing this stuff. So I get serious when I'm on investigations. I do own 40 acres, and it is. I'm trying. Well, I've got to get some more. So when I left for the Corps in '99, shortly after that, all my brothers left, and Dad didn't maintain the farm. So that's what I've been doing since I took over the property and bought the property off of him. Is I've been cleaning it up, and I've still got. Ooh, that wind is picking up now. I've still got some clearing out to do of the, especially the fence row. But I'm trying to get set up because I want to keep two heads of cattle on here, one for eating and one for savings account. I missed a compliment. That's not a bad idea. I just didn't bring my. I didn't bring my. Well, I know how I can do it. We can have a toast. 100%. So I mean, it's just financially, it's killing me right now because finances are so high. I've had to put that on the back burner, but I've got enough of it cleared out where I'm pretty much to chainsaw and finish ripping them down. And then I've talked to a neighbor who does fencing. He can put me in steel uh, corner post for 250 a post. So I'm getting things set up. Yeah, I figure we were. I figure we were. Yeah. Uh, uh, that's politics. There's more to it than that, or so. Um, I'm gonna leave that one alone. Yeah, there's that has a whole new meaning, and there's a reason why that's worn. It's legal here, but being as I have a CDL, or my work won't let me partake. Oh wow, that's cool. Maybe that's why they're here all the time because they see me in my kilt. I am dead sexy. Just look at my sexy body. I love that movie. That is such a funny movie. But back to the Ozark Howlers, guys. You have so derailed me today. It's been a great chat. You guys are awesome. I needed that laugh. I really did. With everything I found out with my bike and my motor or my lawnmower today, I needed that laugh. You guys helped out a lot. I appreciate you guys on that. But so this Ozark Howler, man, the reason why I put this critter in a supernatural class, and this is just me. I mean, other people may do it. I know I do. Um, is because of the red glowing eyes, not eye shine, red glowing eyes. And with my research, my investigation, and stuff like that, you guys know, like I said before, you guys know my feelings on that. Red glowing eyes means something very demonic, something evil, and that is a very, very, very common description when people see an Ozark Howler. Is it has red glowing eyes. Now, and if we hop down that rabbit trail, and Alice is following us. Um, yes, yes, absolutely. I mean, there's a reason why we call extra cow savings accounts on hooves, because of everything you can do with them. You get two of them when they're 6 months old. Put them on the grass, nothing else, just the grass. And then about a week, when you're ready to butcher, about a week before you take him to the butcher, put him on sweet feed, and that gets a very good marbling to it, and it's a all natural uh, grass fed beef with some really good flavor. And then so whichever one you decide to butcher, You take that one, you put it on sweet feed for a week before you take it to the butcher, and then the other one you sell and buy two more. And that's how you don't lose your butt when you're doing it. I'm just raising enough to sustain myself. I've got to rebuild the hog pen. I'm going to do the same thing with the hog pen. Most likely with the hogs, I'm going to keep one male, one female. Raise up the piglets, and some of them are going to be for eating. Some of them are going to be for selling. But the last I checked, the hog ain't selling very good right now. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, we are here. It's just because I have a CDL and the fact that we do get federal financing. They say that is the reason why we can't, but the fact that we don't follow a logbook is where we kind of go. That really don't partake to us, but it's a fight that I'm like, it's not worth losing my job over. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, beef is selling good, pork is not selling very good. But yeah, I'm going to be. I'm wanting to get this place self sustaining. It's that's my goal. It's hard to do it on my own, but I really want this place to be self sustaining. I've heard scuttlebutt about that, but not a whole lot. But I've heard somebody talking about that before. There might be somebody in the military. My KY3 is blowing my phone up. Oh, they're saying they've moved it up now. It's supposed to hit me now. Of course, it's past 7. It's funny. Yeah, it's supposed to come in around 7. It's after 7. Um, yeah, 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 Jeff. Yeah, absolutely, Tanya. But yeah, and that's I've always done Angus. I am not a dairy farmer. I am not. I do not have the patience or the time to deal with being a dairy farmer. Hats off to dairy farmers out there. I cannot be a dairy farmer. I've worked dairy farms. That is not my jam. I love my beef. I can put my beef out there and I don't have to watch them 24/7. But bison burgers are off the hook good, yes. Yeah. And the thing is, people don't realize, and this is why jaundice got into the beef. Jaundice was a disease that was predominantly in dairy cattle. But what is a dairy cow on its last days? Can anybody in the chat answer me this? See how many farmers we got out there, because anybody who's a farmer knows exactly what I'm talking about. What is a dairy cow on its last days? You got it, Jeff. A dairy cow is a beef cow on its last days. And because that started happening and they was throwing the dairy cows in with your beef cows, now you've introduced the jaundice that was predominantly not jaundice. I called it jaundice. Now I forgot the name of it. Anyways, you've now introduced that into your beef cattle, and that's why the beef cattle are getting it now. Oh crap! I um I guess I would have to try it, but I'm a carnivore. I'm a freaking Tyrannosaurus Rex. Is it Father's Day already? Milkshake. Is it when's Father's Day? Oh, shit. Thanks, Roxanne. Yeah, it is. Let's do Dark Angel Medical. Let me get the video ready. Okay. Yeah, they didn't play on my end, so hopefully it played on your end. So I don't know if I stopped it right. I was trying to guess in my head, but we'll go ahead and roll with it. For some reason, it wasn't playing on my end. Dark Angel Medical is the best trauma kit and first aid kits on the market that you can get. You won't find anything better. Carrie Pocket Doc Davis, who is a Air Force medic, is the godfather of Kit for Life. If you use that kit to save somebody's life, whatever you used, Doc replaces that for absolutely free. You do pay for your get you what you get. They are pricey, but there's a reason why, and that's because they're the absolute best. And I can't afford to pay for one outright out of my own pocket, so they have a program called Sezzle. You can use Sezzle to buy those, and I think it's like 4 payments if I remember right. I'll remember soon. I get a chance to get back on my feet a little bit because I got to get me another one. But it's like somewhere around 4 payments, and you've got that thing paid off. If you have FSA or HSA, you can use that to buy his kits, and use Cryptid 20 for 20% off. That's DA's code, so I don't mind helping him a little bit on that. If you're looking for some great first aid classes and courses, he does put them on, but he also has stuff on his YouTube channel called Dark Angel Medical 5115. Or you can go to Instagram to Dark Angel Medical, and Doc puts videos out there on how to do first aid. You will not find a better kit out there than Dark Angel Medical. I make absolutely zero money on this for advertising him. I love his product so much. I keep it in my truck. It's on my field bag. That is why I asked him to promote his stuff, and that's why I promote Dark Angel Medical. Oh, that's awesome, Jeff. Yeah, I mean, miss, I miss, I miss, working cattle. I really do. It's just I don't have the money or setup right now. I'm glad it played on your guys' end because it absolutely did not play on mine. Did it play? Hopefully it played all the way. I was trying to count it off in my head. Oh, that is awesome. Oh, I forgot to tell you, his medication has a 2-year shelf life. Yeah, I need to get me a new pool. Mine got destroyed, and I've just not had the money to replace it yet. I do miss having my pool though. If I could get me a backhoe for a weekend, and I'll make my own. Yeah, I've got mine turned on too. So, with that out of the way, oh, if you follow Dark Angel Medical on YouTube, let Kerry know I said hi. He is one hell of a dude, and his knowledge is through the roof. I grew up working hogs and cattle too. I mean, I really have. I mean, I grew up working horses as well, but most of it, when I went to college, I was going to college for wildlife management and Missouri conservation because my passion has always been in the woods. I love being in the woods, and but I minored in bovine and equine because I love working cattle. I love working horses. That's my passion. I'm a beef farmer. I'm just not a cattle. I'm just not a dairyman. That's why I say hats off to the dairyman because being a dairy farmer is my God. That you're tied to that farm 24/7, 365 days of the year. You are tied to that farm. And I like to have fun. And I just don't want to work every single day of my life till I croak. So that's why I can never be a dairy farmer. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Firewater. Yes, his medication can be refilled in 2 years. Absolutely. Yeah, you see, beef is easy. Beef, you just throw them out there and just keep an eye on 'em from time to time. That's what I like about them. It does, yeah, because that Farm Act bill killed the cattle industry, both the dairy and the beef. So I mean, you always got to do something for make up. Yeah, I'm not a fan of sheep or goats either. I don't mind them long as they're on somebody else's property and not mine. I've had goat meat, wasn't good, but that could have been the way it was cooked. I love working horses. I love working cattle. I really do. And I love working hogs. Hogs are stinky as hell, and they can be a pure pain in the backside. But I still like working them. Yeah, you're absolutely correct on that, Jeff. And I've worked my share of dairy farms. I can't be tied to something 24/7. I can't. I like to be able to get away. And unless you got enough hired hand where you're making enough money where you can have enough hired hands to where you can get away, you're stuck. It ain't one of those. Well, I want to go take a vacation for a week and come back because then you have nothing. It is something that you got to be on top of 24/7. That's why I just can't do it. Wouldn't mind having one for the fresh milk and having fresh, fresh butter, fresh milk, But and what is that I was? It's not jaundice. What was it thinking of, Jeff? That got introduced to the beef field because the beef cattle because of the dairy. I can't remember what that's called off the top of my head. It's something close to that though. Yeah, you get fresh mountain oysters. You get enough hogs, man. It comes to culling time. You get a bunch of fresh mountain oysters. Yeah, exactly, Jeff. Yeah, that's why I can't do it. Yeah. So I'm a firm believer we still have Ozark Howlers here. Thank you. Yes, Yonzies. That's what I was thinking of. Yonzies. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. That is it. That it was introduced and that was never a beef cattle. That was always a dairy cattle deal. In fact, that they started putting dairy cattle in their last days of their lives in with the beef. Now it is in the beef field. And that is a non-curable, nasty, nasty thing that can happen to cattle. It is not cool. They are. Fried mountain oysters are. But yes, these Ozark Howlers are still here. And like I said, I mean, a couple months ago, I got a report, 20 miles west of me from as a crow flies. And it was interesting. And the reason why I know this is a legitimate Joanne mountain oysters. How do I put this without getting in trouble? They are a certain part of anatomy of a type of thing that they are referred to as an M. They are removed so they do not reproduce. Then you fry them up. Yeah, or so thank you. I don't want to put that up her. But so and what happened on this yeah, Roxanne. Yep. Yep, Don, thank you. I got to be careful what I say cuz I'm under a bad boy status until 20th of July. Um so I got the report. Um buddy of mine calls me and he goes, "Man, I have just seen." Yeah, Joey. We don't on a farm. We don't let things go to waste. Yeah, there you go, heifer. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah, I got so far behind. I forgot to set my studio up. Um, they're good, Tanya. They really are good. I've tried those. I can't. I can't. I can't. Um, what are you barking at? What was that? That was what was that? Damn thing disappeared. I looked out the window right when the dog barked, and I seen something brown flying through the air. Um, and it flew. My curtain was blocking part of my window, It flew at my curtain, but it was gone. Nothing ever came. It never. It came in like it came in goes, but it never came out. It was just gone. And it was weird. It was really skinny looking, long and brown. I never could do the pig's feet. Outlaw. I yeah. We'll we'll leave that one alone. Um, yeah. No, it wasn't a deer. It was not a deer. This thing was flying above my grass, and my grass is taller than me in some places because I haven't been able to mow. Um, no, sadly, no. And I've only had one yingling today, and that was 1 o'clock. Oh wow. Oh, you seen it? Yeah. No. Um, that was weird. I mean, it was brown with like it was like a flying snake. That's about the best way as I can describe it. It was like a flying snake, and that thing was like flew over the top of my grass. It came in, went behind my curtain, but it never came back out. No, I can't do those any either. Yeah, I know a lot of people did. I just, I've tried it, and that wasn't my thing. Yeah, that wasn't my thing. Yeah, I haven't got started on that either. That was weird. I was like, "What's the dogs barking at?" And I look out my window, and all of a sudden, I see that thing fly past, and then just never, it just disappeared. Dogs are happy because it must be gone. They're back here at the house now. Anyways, wow, that was weird. Um, so anyways, my buddy goes, "Hey, dude, I seen something weird." He goes, "And this is right up your alley." I said, "Okay, yeah, man, lay it on me." He goes, "So I was driving down J Highway, and something." He goes, "I can't describe it." He goes, "It was black. It was like massive. It was like muscle." He goes, "And I think it had horns." And he goes, "It had a weird face." He goes, "It was like a cat, but like a bear." He goes, "It was weird." He goes, "What the hell did I just see?" And so I found a picture of the most common description of an Ozark Howler, and I sent it to him. He goes, "Holy shit!" He goes, "That's exactly what I saw." He goes, "That's what I saw." He goes, "What is that thing?" I said, "That's an Ozark Howler." I said, "You haven't heard of an Ozark Howler? Hell, you're older than I am, dude." He goes, "No." He goes, "It even had the red glowing eyes." He goes, "Are they bad?" And I was like, "Been known to unalive people." Yeah. So that was just a few months ago. He was freaked out about it. Yeah. So and that was a couple months ago. I mean, that was probably no more than 6 months at the very latest ago that's happened. And that was, like I said, 20 miles as a crow flies from my house. And I mean, there's tons and tons and tons of reports of them around lakes, and in the Mark Twain National Forest. There's so many of them reported around Mark Twain. And I mean, there's weird stuff that happens in Arkansas. I like to ride in Arkansas, and the reason why I like riding in Arkansas is because of the curvy roads. So I love being on my bike in Arkansas, hitting them curvy roads. But yeah, I mean, this is I'm a firm believer that these things still exist. But and until I can get proven otherwise, I'm also a firm believer these things are supernatural. So the fact that it could be an Indian curse, I can believe it because it really fits with the description. The red eyes is like the key. The red glowing eyes is key to me thinking that this is supernatural, and it very well could be a Native American curse. William has talked about it multiple times about how um, the natives would curse the land and send creatures out there because of what the white man did to them. Is that what happened with his Ozark Howler? Absolutely. I would have to ask him. I never thought about asking him about that, but yeah, I mean, definitely. The only way I like liver is if it's on the end of a hook and I'm catfishing. It has started to rain. Um, so for me, because of the fact that it's still being reported, and this is a guy, I love this man to death. He's a good brother, but he thinks I'm crazy for thinking Bigfoot still exists. He goes, I will tell you, I believe Bigfoot used to exist, but I do not think because of everything we have nowadays, the reason why, or when there's nothing's been caught, that's why I don't think they exist anymore. I was like, well, I mean, to each is their own. Believe what you want. But this guy saw this, was shooken up, and gave me a call because he did not know what he seen. It's good for catfishing. Nope, can't do that one either. So I don't know, guys. Obviously, I've never physically seen one, but the stuff I've heard, the reports I've even from very dear friends of mine, um, they still exist. I'll have to remember to ask William if they are um, a creature sent by his by native people. I love catfishing. Boy, that rain's coming down hard again, pounding my jungle. I got my window open because I was trying to see what the hell that was flying around over my grass. But I'm kind of curious. What do you guys think? What's your guys' opinion on the howler? Yep, that is true. Good night, Michelle. Yeah, I think we might be doing a fish fry again at our fundraiser. I know we are at our national rally. The year that we did a catfish fry at our fundraiser, raked in a ton of money. We're talking about possibly doing that again July 12th at our Rock and Rides fundraiser. Um, yeah, and I'll agree with you. And that's, uh, oh, sorry, I missed one. I wonder if the howler is something demonic. I believe it is. I believe very well it is, Jeff. But I can also kind of see the side of what Heifer's saying here, and I think all things are possible. And you never know what some agency has under the lock and key. I believe it's possible that it was either created by an agency or it is being bred by an agency for certain reasons. Every one of them, um, every one of them is a good possibility. But the fact that these things have been around longer than the agency is the reason why I say I lean more towards it being supernatural, and probably is a good bet that it is. It could very well be a Native American curse. Never saw a sea day in Organian that was jealous of the rain in another state, but it is. We have had so much rain here. My God, I got a video on my phone of what happened in just an hour and the amount of water that's being pushed out from under this bridge in just 1 hour. We have had so much rain. I haven't been fishing in a while, but I got me a new cast net because if they do put them snake heads at a $100 $100 a fish, I'm gonna be making some side money. I haven't been cast netting since I was in Georgia because that's what I used to do. Is I would cast net for bait when I was in Georgia. So I haven't done. It's been man, that's been a while. But I do because if they do go to $100 head on them snakehead fish, I'm gonna cash in on that. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? I'm trying not to shout. That's why I keep my voice low. Yeah, yeah, exactly right, Don. You're 100% exactly right, and that's why I say that I lean more towards I wouldn't doubt if an agency had captured some and is using them as a breeding program for certain reasons. I can see that. I don't think they were created by them. I really do not think that they created them. That's good. I'm glad you're enjoying this, Trisha. That makes me happy. Things come from other dimensional spaces, and I know people aren't dumb to think this is a new thing. Been happening probably as long as the planet has been. Very good point, Urso. I mean, that is definitely up there in that possibility. I cannot deny that possibility at all. That is a good possibility. Absolutely. I think we could all go all night like that. Yeah. Hey man, I need to go camping. Besides being a national rally. I've been kicking around. I don't have the resources or the following. I've kicked around putting up a camp deal, like a cryptid camp out deal, but I don't have the resources to do. They did. You're absolutely right. They did, Jeff. Um, yeah, they absolutely did. Yes. Oh, are they? Yeah, they finally reached Missouri, and our Missouri government's talking about putting $100 bounty on them. That's what they're talking about here, Don. Yeah, snakehead fish. Because them snakehead fish are so destructive and so evasive, they're talking about putting $100 bounty on them. That's legitimate. Missouri's talking about doing that. Have you ever seen sturgeon? Yes. Is the steak of the fish? Yeah, I've heard it's good. I've never ate it, but I have seen one. Yes, I've heard that. I have heard they're very good eating, Jeff. I don't know. I've never had it. Not going to say that if I don't get my hands on some, if I get my hands on some, regardless of they're selling them or not, I'm going to eat them. Rain is starting. My lights are blinking. Yeah, yeah. It just picked up here too. Yeah. Yeah, I've got pork steak that I got to finish, and I'm going to make some homemade French fries to go with it. Heck yeah! I bought me I can't remember, if it's a 12-foot or a 15-foot cast net, but yeah, I plan on cashing in. This fluffy guy can use the extra dough, so yeah. But I I was trying to get out there to investigate the recent sighting. I just did not have the means to do it. Finances was a big part of one. Um, Things are starting to get easier now that Jessica is not going to school, and I'm not doing so many after school programs or senior class stuff or money for this, money for that. So things are getting better when it comes to that aspect. I'm still drowning, just not drowning near as bad. I can pop up for a breath every second or so, but I need to get back out there, and it's going to cost me $6,900 to fix my truck. Um, Saying I'm looking at getting help from Missouri Masonic Homes. Somebody put my name into Missouri Masonic Homes to help me get my truck fixed. That's the only thing I've got running right now. Yeah, I get that, Carl. Um, but as soon as I can get that running right, I am going to be doing some camp outs. And when I camp out, I investigate. Um, so I'll let you guys know where I'm going. If your guys are in the area, you want to camp out and have a good time, we'll camp out and have a good time. But I can tell you now, I'm going out on investigations when I do it. Oh, thank you, Roxanne. Oh, thank you. I forgot about that. Y'all, I've got a P.O. box now. So if you guys want to send something in the mail, you can send it to P.O. Box 86, Buffalo, Missouri. 65622, and I got that so that way I can have a PO box to send stuff out of, and if anybody's wanting to send something, they can send it there. Yeah, I mean, I did when I was stationed in Georgia, Carl. I know cast netting's fun. It took me a little bit to get back used to it. I need to get down here to the river and practice. I think what I had was Mexican menu do, but I could be wrong. I don't know what that is. I miss out fishing my wash band. I used to. Oh, husband. My husband. I used to. I miss out fishing my husband. It used to piss him off. I can't justify doing it as a vegetarian now. A lot of vegetarians eat fish. That's their only meat source. See, I got to have a new transmission, cooler lines, rear main seal, and brake switch. I haven't bow fished yet. Yeah, yeah. Nice. Y'all sent me some homemade cookies and banana bread. I see you. I'll give you a kiss. Oh my God, I cannot. God, I wish I could have learned that from mom. I miss banana bread and zucchini bread. Oh my God, you get that hot with a little bit of salt on that. Oh, that's mighty fine eating right there. Damn. Mom used to make killer zucchini bread and banana bread. I mean, freaking killer. I can't bake to save my life, y'all. I can cook a lot of stuff. When it comes to baking, I suck. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, it was been okay. I thought you had autocorrect. Okay, I get what you're saying now. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, no, I love banana bread and zucchini bread. But I love heating it up, putting some butter on it, and sprinkling a little bit of sugar on it. I never thought about saying it that day. So was wife? My two was wives? I have to start saying I have to try to remember that. I did it for the shiners. Whenever I was down in Georgia, I would cast net for shiners and use shiners for bait. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out myself, Don. I am out myself. I didn't get a chance to go hunting this year, and one time I did. The three I actually saw, which was weird. Like my woods went dead. Like there was nothing in my woods. And the one time I did see something, it was three of them. And I seen the three white flags, and they were running too much. I didn't feel safe on taking a shot. And then I had some jackass outsider on a freaking side by side, and I could tell he's a citrus slicker by the way the side by side looks. Who has wave camouflage on their side by side? Shoot from the road at my tree stand. Needless to say, the bad side of me came out really, really quick that day. And I may or may not have been set up a certain way for when this person came back by. And he did exactly what I thought he was going to do. And we'll just leave it at that. Yeah. I mean, mom did too. Mom made great pickles too. Yeah. Oh, no. Shiners. Yeah. No, shiners. Shiners is like a little fish about yay long, and they're really silver, and they like to flip. When they flip, that's how you know they're in the water because they reflect the light. They like shine because of the silverness. Little shiners. Yeah, 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 Carl. These cougars and their husbands. Yeah, yeah. It just depends on what kind of catching or fishing you're doing is what kind of bait you need. So, but I am looking forward to being able to. I've never done a Ozark Howler investigation. I've heard reports, I've heard sightings, but I have never investigated one before. I've been on investigations that I felt like one could have been in the area, and some of the weird footprints that I seen made me think that they were howlers, but nothing that I can confirm. Stripers, yeah, yeah. Gar like shiners, and that's and when I was down in Georgia when I was fishing for gar, that's what I'd catch the shiners for. But the catfish like shiners too. So I got it once I had to think about it, Tanya. That is true. That is true. But I'm looking forward to it. But I'm definitely going to be making a tape. It's a dog. A Table Rock Lake camp. I'm definitely going to do that. Yeah. Yep. Uh, so, and with the new equipment I got, that's going to help me out a lot. And some of this I can run while I sleep, which I'm kind of interested what happens when I sleep. Um, but that's me. I mean, even when I'm out trying to camp and have a good time, I'm always looking. Oh, that would be cool, Jeff. That would be really cool. Oh, you almost made me say something I haven't said in a while, Kevin. But you had to deal with what you're talking about. But so that's some of the stuff I'm looking forward to doing. Oh, freaking mahoos. Oh God, yeah. Oh God, mahoos. Oh, mahoos. That was a hell of an educational experience. I'm glad it didn't go very far on. I was stopped and kind of told what it was. That would not have been a very fun experience, especially with my mentality back then. Oh wow, or so. I've heard that a lot. Yeah, I've heard that a lot. Yeah, definitely keep us posted on that. I want to know about it. Yeah, that's awesome. But so there may be times that I don't go live, like on Saturday. If I do, if I so I'm part way set up where I can actually go live when I'm in the field. The problem is that I have to maintain the equipment while I'm going live, which takes away from my investigation. I don't have a camera person. Um, could have swore to seen an orb go over my shoulder. Wouldn't be the first one that's happened in the last month. But so that and that's one of my big problems with doing lives when I'm on an investigation is I've got to hold the camera and try to do all this stuff at the same time and try to keep myself alert. And it's hard to do all that. Yeah, I do. Or so I really do. I need a tech person. I need a camera person. But it's me. It's just me, myself, and I. I I get that 100%. And that's why I'm very respectful about that stuff. And that's I believe 100% that's how you should be, Jeff. Absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, who knows? I might get lucky one time and my better half may show up in my life and she becomes my cameraman. I don't know, or camera woman. But no, I do. I've done investigations on my own for so many years. I know I need more people to be with me doing this stuff. My problem is I've really, 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 really got to trust this person because it's just not my life on the line; it's theirs now. So I'm not just responsible for me; I'm responsible for them. And I don't need somebody that's going to pop off around at the slightest little snap of a twig, Or if we do encounter something, that's a good way for you to disappear. Is you start going popping shots, and I do not want that. I don't want somebody who's going to scream. I hate that stuff when I'm watching them shows and they start screaming. You're there investigating that stuff. Why the hell are you screaming for? I can't do it. I know it's clickbait. I know that's what people like to watch. I'm too real. I'm just way too real to do that stuff, and I can't. And that's why you don't see me doing it on any of my. You guys have watched my investigation. Now, what's the matter, Aurora? Well, hello. Yeah, you're not getting my pork steak. That's mine. I know what you're thinking. No, that is mine. I will bite you. What do you want now, Mel? Yeah. Yeah. No, I know what you're coming in here for too, Fluffy, but no, you're not getting it either. That's my food. You guys have eaten. I haven't. That's mine. Sorry, arguing with the cats. Um, but I really have to trust that person. I really it. But yes, my goal is to have a team. I really want a team to go out with me, and I don't know if it'll happen, but I hope it is. That is my goal. That is the next evolution on this channel is to have a team to assist me on investigations where I can bring you better qualification, better quality of videos during investigation from one, and I've got backup. Now, if you guys have watched the investigations I've recorded, which I'm still learning how to stitch videos together, you'll see. I mean, look at the things that I've had happen, but you don't see me screaming because I just won't do it. I cannot do it because that is wrong. And not only that, you lose so much evidence by doing that stuff. And a lot of it's fake anyways when they're screaming. Oh, I think I remember seeing something on that, Jeff. Is that the one you posted on? You posted that one, didn't you? I think. Oh, that would be yes, I remember that. Yeah, that's Tuesday at hey AJ. Tuesday at I think it's like 7 Central my time. I believe. No, when do you go on? I can't remember. Um, yeah. Hey, Jeff, do me a favor, Bubba. Put your information in. I need to remember to make you a little hoo ha. I keep forgetting to make you one of those. Put your info in the chat so I can get people over to you. 80, yeah, so 7 Central. That's what I thought. Yeah, 8, 9. You guys stay out of stuff. I always forget to put your stuff up there, bud. I need to get one made for you. Yeah, he thought it was yeah he thought it was this week. I've been with DA and me and DA's got some stuff in the works together, but he's not always available when I'm available, and I'm not always available when he's available. So it makes it hard. I need to get a team that's available um um on whenever I can go. Yeah, I'm yeah, well like encrypted. It's on YouTube, guys. Let me see. I might be able to see if I can remember how the code goes. I think that will give you a direct link to it, if memory serves me correctly. I believe that will get you directly to your show, Jeff, if memory serves me correctly. I think that's how we put it up when we're doing that. I can't remember if it's at O line encrypted or if it's the way I got it in there. Or I guess I could type both in there, and that way. There we go. Did I type it wrong? Did I? Oh my God, I did, didn't I? I apologize. Let me fix that one. I want to get both these up there. That way, better chance of someone be able to find it if I have both the ways up there because I can't remember off the top of my head how the thing works. Oh, that's amazing, Jeff. Congratulations, buddy. All right, sweet. That's what I was hoping for. Sweet. That's awesome, man. I'm still stoked because I think I'm at like 709. I think is where I'm at. So I'm stoked. We're growing. Yeah, I love supporting other content creators. I just got to remember to put a little thing up for you. Make my one of them little things like I do with mine and everybody else's. You are, and you'll do it. You're going to hit it, buddy. Yeah, you're gonna blow up good. You're gonna blow up real good. I've only been doing this since 3 December of 23, so just a little over a year I've been doing this. And there you go. Thank you, Trisha. Oh yeah, anytime, buddy. Yeah, you let me know. And it's in weekdays is hard for me, but I know you only do Tuesdays, so yeah, I can I can sacrifice one every great once in a while. Yeah, I'll do it anytime. Yeah, this is I just hit my 74th episode today. This is episode 74. So it's fun. I mean, I enjoy doing this. I love all you guys that come in here. Every one of you guys are amazing, and I'm truly blessed that everybody comes in here and subscribes to this. So that's awesome. I was thinking you started not long after I did. I was trying to remember, but yeah, I was thinking you did. I was thinking you started up just a little bit after I did. So I mean, look at you're growing fast. Congratulations, bud. I'm proud of you. I am very, very proud of you. You keep up the great work. Seriously, keep up the great work. So you're gonna go far, man. You're gonna go real far doing this. So oh my God, we're at 2 hours. Uh so end of thoughts. Ozark Howlers. I do not recommend going oh, that's cool. Yeah. That's the only time I can do it because I work 10-hour days Monday through Thursday. So that's why I do mine on Saturday and Sundays because I try not to step on anybody else's toes. And honestly, that's why mine's set up. Um, I mean, originally when I started, I was doing this from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock at night on Sundays, but I was getting very little sleep. It was hard for me to get to sleep and I got to be up at 05 in the morning. That's why I bumped mine down to 6 to 8. Heck yeah, that's right. I mean, you guys do a great job. And I try to catch your shows when I can. Usually I'm asleep, but there's been times I've been off on a Tuesday and been able to catch you guys. Usually I'm watching you um, the next day or a few days after. I forgot about that one. I actually forgot about that one, Jeff. Thank you for putting that in there, buddy. But with closing notes on these Ozark Howlers, and this is one of the reasons why I have not went out and investigated them is this is something you do not want to investigate on your own. This is something evil. This is something that will unalive you. It is not a puppy dog that you can go pet or get bounced around like these outsiders do when they go to see buffalo. You're going to get hurt a lot worse than what a buffalo is going to do to you if you miss one thing. Heck yeah, I love goof off shows. Yeah, I love goof off shows. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all, buddy. Um, so, and like I said, a couple times already, I'm on the field of this is supernatural. I'm definitely been around a lot longer than what these people tell you. It's been around longer than the 1950s. So if you guys get them, you get any reports on them, let me know. I love to hear that stuff. That's what we do. Um, the For my iHenYar readers, Lucian is up on Patreon. Guys, let me know what you think about the title. I changed the title to Lucian. The first book's called Angels and Demons. And then also let me know what you think about the prologue. I've always done introductions. I'm trying something different, and that's why I'm trying the prologue. But I've been kicking around going back to introduction. Um, but let me know what you think of the introduction of chapter one. And I've got to get back to work on Cody Barrett. I had to get this book started so I don't forget what I was looking at, what was in my head. That's why I focused on it this weekend. And I completely rewrote it compared to how I originally wrote it. So I like it where it's Lucian telling the story. I like writing that way, and that's what I'm going to start doing with my books. My new books that I'm putting out, besides the ones I've already started. That's a series, but so that's why I didn't get it out when I wanted to because me, myself, and I, and how my brain works, decided to write it this way. So that is available. Everything goes right. I should have a show Saturday. I didn't have one yesterday because it was my daughter's. My daughter won a crawfish bowl for her birthday, and the only day that was able to do it because her birthday's tomorrow is was yesterday. So that's why I didn't have a show. So I apologize for not having a show, guys. But I wanted to do something special for my daughter. It was her tomorrow's her 18th birthday, and I bought her a handmade glass hummingbird feeder. And I know she was wanting this book, but I wanted to do something special. And she loves hummingbird feeders. Mine broke. I bought me one too, but mine broke, so I had to send it back to them. They're supposed to be replacing it. I think it's supposed to be in Tuesday. And hers is bigger than mine, but it was her 18th birthday. I wanted to do something really special and unique for her, so I got her a handmade glass hummingbird feeder that's got the stainless steel bottom, no plastic. I'm trying to stay away from the plastic. So she was sad. She was happy about it. I had to give it to her earlier. I didn't give a chance to let her open it because I couldn't remember which one was which. And I was opening it, and then I looked up and went, "Oh crap, you're here! Happy birthday!" I wasn't thinking. I so had a blonde moment. But with that, I've got this poem that I read at the end of the show, and it's one that I wrote shortly after started doing this, and it goes like this: There comes a time when a warrior falls. They leave this realm and will be missed by all. Raise a glass and keep them in your heart. They have kept this realm safe and before them depart. Look to your veterans, your active duty, your EMTs, and the blue line. What they do or have done was walk that fine line. When the demon comes calling on your soul, they will be there to save us all. Hold them in your prayers, for they are deserving. They all have served or are serving. To all my new subscribers, all the way down to my OGs, thank you so much. Roxanne, thank you for moderating for me tonight. Um, I really appreciate it. You're a huge help. So everybody give a round of applause for Roxanne. She's really a very Very, very great asset to this show. And to my members only, I'm going to be putting out a video soon. I'm going to try to do live. I got to figure out why we couldn't do the comments, but I'm going to be doing a live on there soon, so we can kind of talk about, see how we want to, how to take this show to the next level. Any ideas you guys have, and just kind of go over a few things. So that's one of the perks of being a members only subscriber is that. So if everything works out, I want to try to do it for about an hour this week after work. And so just keep an eye out for that for the members only. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, everybody. Tanya. So with that being said, everybody, tell me, yeah, you got claws. You got claws. Oh, that is my back. What do you want, baby? Come here, Memo. Yeah. Well, you didn't have to stick your claws in me. Come here. Yeah. You want to say hi to everybody before we go off? Say hi, Aurora. So until next week, everybody, uh, peace, love, and blessings to you all, and be safe out there, everybody, and much love to you.